Good morning, everybody. Time for a little weather chat here, and woohoo! I love it. It's like having my own little talk show here, and I'm just going to play around and have fun with everybody. So here we go with our weather stream live, Fox 5. It's my first time doing this here this go round, but I've done many of these sorts of things on my own personal accounts here, my social media accounts, be Facebook, Instagram, now YouTube. And I love the fact that we're doing this on YouTube as well. And we have the ability to use live weather data and so on that we have and kind of go through the forecast that we have of the day. So we're going to do that. We're going to take some comments out there and show you what we've got going on for the rest of the week. We're deep into fall. Okay, we're not deep in the fall. What are we, a few weeks into it? But starting to feel like it because the first few weeks, it was warm outside. We had highs in the 80s, and now we're back down into the 60s for highs. And it looks like we got more of those cool temps to come for the next couple of days, but a nice little warm-up coming up in the next few days. Okay, I can see what's going on. Let's see, just watching. Hey, this is great. Live, Lorraine Stocks checking us out on Facebook, and we'll wait for the YouTube chats to kick in as well. Yeah, it's kind of a nice little fun thing to go to. Okay, so now I see what I see. At the bottom, this is what is actually going live on YouTube right here. Yeah, right. Matt? Okay, so we got a shot of me as well as the weather maps. So what I've got set up here so that I can scroll through the different maps that I've been using throughout the morning, I set up a show that will automatically scroll through what the weather is for the day and going forward through the next 7 days. And it's some really cool stuff that we have going on here. Check out these lows tonight, just so you know. I might sound a little excited. We're dropping back down. I know. We're back to, it's starting to feel like fall for sure, maybe even a little bit like winter as lows drop back down into the 30s and low 40s. And we're talking about for this city in the metro areas. In this city, I think our low drops down between 43 to 46 degrees. That's some pretty chilly stuff. I say that a lot of times to my colleagues because I always feel like they're listening to me as we go through the forecast through the day. But then sometimes it just feels like it goes in one ear and out the other. Unless I grab them by their ears and shake them a little bit, no one's actually really listening to you sometimes. So I gotta really stop the show and impress upon them just how cold it's going to be tomorrow morning. Some of the coolest temps that we've seen, and a little windy out there as well. So I don't want you stepping out there like a baby and acting like you can't handle it, because you got this all handled. Daniel Stumpf, good morning to you. We got our chance. Look at Danny. You got to come in and represent on their YouTube station here. What else do we have? We have Lillian Mendoza says hello to you. Hey, hello, Mike. Hey, I hope you guys have had a nice fall so far. Check out our temps right now. We got 59 degrees out at Central Park. That's pretty much where we should be this time of the year, just in case you're wondering, oh, it's too cold. No, this is back to business as usual, and it's warmer than it was yesterday. Yesterday, we had that nor'easter pulling on by, and we had the clouds and still some rain. Coastal flooding issues were still a problem yesterday. Now it's all done, and we're watching this thing get out of town. We still have the wind coming in now from the northwest at around, I'd say 5 to 15 miles per hour. It's not a lot of wind, but just a little bit of wind when it's this cool makes a difference in terms of what it feels like outside. So yes, just understand that we got a little bit of bite in the air. You probably want to put on maybe a little bit of a sweater weather, if you will. But this is what we have this time of the year. No major storms coming at us. You know, we just are getting beyond the peak of hurricane season, and we really had kind of a lackluster situation with hurricane season. What we had offshore this last go-round with the nor'easter kind of mimicked a hurricane. These nor'easters or coastal storms have some similarities to hurricanes in terms of what they appear like as they develop in the offshore waters. This one had some resemblance, but it didn't fully get that full circle, that full cyclone that you get in the tropical systems, but certainly brought up a lot of onshore winds and a decent amount of rain, as well as it was the coastal situations, the beach erosion, and the ocean overwash that we had going on up and down the East Coast that came on through. So it made you think that there was some sort of a tropical system out there. All right, let's go through some of the comments here. It was better when it was 80 degrees out. Stacy. I hear you. Yeah, we had like 4 days in a row of 80 degrees plus as we got into our fall weeks, our fall season here. That was Mother Nature playing a game on you because that is not typical. So, yeah, we had those 80s. We appreciated it, but the normal high temps are probably in the upper 60s to around 70. So I liked it too. But yeah, it's not necessarily something that's common. Oh, there's another one. When is peak foliage come in for New York City? You know what? That's a great question. It actually holds up a bit. It's not until we get into really early November that we start to see the peak color come to us here, especially in the city. Now, if you're heading up into the lower Hudson Valley, you do get a little bit earlier. I'd say in the next week or two, you're going to really start to see some of that color filling in and peeking out. You probably have to get up to near Hudson, up the Hudson River, out near the Catskills before you have decent color right now. But as the further you come down the lower Hudson Valley, the better the color will be. So give it a few more weeks. We'll have it here in the city. Central Park, you don't show out until we get into early, and even sometimes it's mid-November. Now, I must say, as far as winter is concerned, what's my general feel? A lot of folks are asking, how do you feel about this winter? Is it going to be a tough one, a long one? Are we going to get a lot of snow? I must say, especially with the passing of this nor'easter that just came by, I don't know if you are down for a good, solid winter, but I think this might be our winter where we actually get some substantial rain, some substantial snow. How many years has it been since we've seen substantial snow? Seems like it's been forever to me. So this time we're going to take a crack at it, and that's my gut feel. Usually, I mean, we have a long-range forecast show that'll come up for you on Thanksgiving, and Nick will give us the official breakdown, but we'll have to wait and see what we get out of it. Cash, what's your favorite season? You know, my favorite season, what we're going into right now, there's actually two. It's really hard to break it down between fall and spring. I like those in-between seasons because for me, I just like the comfort that it brings, giving the AC a break, giving the heat a break. But fall season, I do like the fall color. I like as we get into it. It's just a little depressing as we first get into it, but I do like that fall color and all those fall feels, putting on a little extra layer to that sweater and then cranking up the heat just a little bit as the time may come. But I like those in-between times because I think I sleep best in those seasons. Pumpkin spice latte. I got to tell you, Matt, you know, our good guy behind the scenes, knows that, you know, Inez and I are both kind of like wild about the PSLs. And it's probably more of a hype thing than anything. But I got it on the very first day. The thing is, there is such thing as PSL overload. And yeah, there's too much sugar, too much of that nutmeg, and you don't want to get yourself crazy and burn it out before you actually even see a pumpkin in season. So I usually do a few that first week, and then after that, it's kind of a novelty. So I can't say I stick with it the whole time. I usually go back to my business as usual. You know what I actually hate? I hate having to give up my iced coffee. I know a lot of folks don't even believe in iced coffee in the first place. They think that's sacrilege. But as you get into the fall weeks and months, all of a sudden it just does not feel right, and it's too cold, and you don't want to deal with it. So I hear you. Erica Kemp's checking us out here. What's your next adventure on vacation? Do I have a reputation, man? Do people think that I go on vacation all the time? Erica, I know. It is a little surprise that I'm here. I'm here for like 3-4 weeks in a row, Matt. I don't have my next vacation until early. Okay, so it's coming up in less than a month. Good Time Charlie is going to try to live up to his name. I will be heading off. This time it's a little trip with my sister, my brother-in-law, one of my best friends out in Colorado. We're going to be heading out to Puerto Rico. Why not? Nice. Yeah, the land of Bad Bunny. So I'm going to go where I haven't been there in probably 10, 12 years. So I'm going to go there and check it out, kind of rechase some warmer temperatures, maybe a little bit of beach action, see some towns and sites that I've not seen before. I've been there a number of times, but there's new things to see. So why not? I do appreciate getting out there and, you know, just kind of taking in some additional culture and food. You know what I was thinking about? I was actually, where haven't I been was the question, if you couldn't hear that. I have not been up into those extreme northern portions of Europe, like Norway and Finland and Sweden. I haven't been to places like that, and I think the reason why is because I'm not that much of a cold weather fan, but I do like the ideas of the sights and also seeing the northern lights. So one of these days, I want to do that, something like Norway. I've seen some really cool pictures from up that way, and I actually have a friend from high school. I was actually just writing with him back and forth on Facebook, as a matter of fact. And yeah, he's an exchange student from Helsinki, and he's out there with his wife and 3 kids. I'd love to get out there and catch up with you, Petrie. Let's see what happens. You and the family. Let's see what happens. But I have no idea what I would do out there other than be on the hunt for northern lights, but also checking out some of those fjords. And some of those little towns look like Christmas towns to me that I've seen in the picture books. So I would love to check that out. There's a lot that I haven't been to. I haven't been through China. I've been to Hong Kong, but not China. I haven't been there yet. And I have some friends who live there as well. So I'd like to check out more of Asia too. So yeah, there's plenty of things for Good Time Charlie to see out there. And different seasons as well. You know what's fun to do, though, is to go to the opposite side of the world, the other side of the globe, when you're, wherever it is that you are. So we head to the dead of winter and you head down into the southern hemisphere somewhere where it's summertime there. That's the time when you want to get your travel in. So that's what I actually didn't travel this much over the summer. I did a short trip with a cruise with my sisters at the beginning of summer. It was actually in June, so just before summer. And then a trip afterwards. I just got back from Europe, where I went through Italy, or not Italy. I went to the Netherlands, to Holland first for a few days, which was really cool. Hadn't been to Amsterdam since the 90s, so that was a cool sight to see. And then I went into Belgium, to Bruges in Belgium, another cool medieval town that I had not been to before in quite some time. And then I finally ended up in Paris, which I hadn't been to in about 12 years. So lots of fun travels to come. So I'm going to be chasing something that's other than what we have here, which in the dead of winter, no one's really all that jealous of what we've got going on here. Back to here, as far as weather is concerned, the weather headlines for you today. Clouds and sun, kind of the mixed bag, maybe a few sprinkles coming on through. A little cool, little windy for us here as we head through tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, just so you know, again, it starts off very cool, breezy condition out there as well. So with that being the case, you got to bundle it up. But we have a slow, gradual warm-up as we head through the weekend. In fact, we're back up to what we have right now is a weak cold front. That's what you're seeing on the radar satellite passing through. It just doesn't have enough to give us significant rain. If we get a sprinkle in our higher elevations to the northwest today, that's a possibility, but it's like a 10 to 20% chance. So that's why I didn't even bother putting it in my forecast for you today. So there you have it. Yeah, we'll have the at least small chance of showers out there. 59 right now, Central Park. We're over at 62 out at Newark. We're going to head up to a high of about 66 in the city here later on today. And if that's not warm enough for you, again, have to wait a little while before we get that again. Thursday's high is 59 degrees for you. We're a little bit below normal. We come back up to about 72 for you as we head towards Saturday. And then Saturday, we're up to the upper 60s. And then Sunday, we're at about 70 degrees for a high temperature as we get to it. All in that futurecast. So, all right, forecast that you're all set up. Thanks for joining us on our little live weather chat here on YouTube. This is fun stuff. I'll have to do it again. Hopefully, there's a little more action-wise going on with the weather at that time. But today, you know what? Enjoy the cool temps, the sunshine. It won't last forever because before you know it, it'll be winter for real. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you another time. See ya.